The test group of companies were invited by the City of Knox to partake in a trial at the Coonara Community Centre. The Energy Saving Consortium is a group of companies from the City of Knox area that have a product or a service in the green space. We all have products that can reduce the energy consumption and improve the thermal footprint of a building. So we were invited to put a submission forward where we would introduce certain components of our technologies that would assist the centre in reducing its energy consumption, and the thermal performance of the building would be enhanced. These included solar reflective coating for the roof, which reflects heat away before it can enter the building. The other initiatives we put in was insulation. The building is a very old building. It has no insulation to speak of, so we put cellulose blow-in insulation into the ceiling, and we also put blow-in insulation into the north and west facing walls. The other initiative we undertook was window film.
We're out here today putting film on at Coonara House, and that's why I'm in the film industry. So this product is relatively clear from the inside, but it does reduce heat by around 5 degrees. It's great just for making it a lot more comfortable, and you can save on your energy bills. So the first step is we will have someone come out and audit the glass. They would measure it up. We take it back to the factory, we cut it there. It just saves a bit of time out on site. We have to make sure that the glass is really clean. It's time to put the tint on. We remove the backing sheet. The tin itself has a dry adhesive, so when we respray it to apply, it not only helps us slip the film around, but it actually activates the dry adhesive, so it needs that water to activate the glue. Then we push out all the bubbles, and there your product, there it is. It's doing its job. We're putting on today. Yeah, while it costs a little bit initially, when you're looking at your energy bills, you'll start noticing them drop over the next few years, and then essentially the film's paid for itself.
Solar reflective coating is an Australian manufactured product, been around for 23 years now, made in Adelaide by Aztec Paints. Solar reflective coatings work by reflecting the heat away from the building. We have placed temperature sensing devices around the building. These devices record the temperature every 30 minutes, and from that we can compile a graph which will show the centre the savings that have been achieved through the initiatives that have been implemented. We retrieve the buttons from the building, we bring them back to the office here, we download the information into a program on the computer, and that allows us to see the temperature variance before the initiatives were put into place and afterwards. We compare the electricity bills from the same period last year to the first period that the project has been completed, and then that gives us quantifiable information as to the savings that have been achieved.
Energy saving can be daunting, but there are a couple of simple measures you can take to decrease your greenhouse gas emissions, increase the comfort, and decrease your energy costs. The first step in increasing your energy efficiency is to assess the installation you already have, and then we can make some recommendations. EnviroWall is able to install the product from the outside without removing bricks and without removing weatherboards, and we just blow it in through small holes.
We're a full service insulation company. We undertake energy ratings and provide advice. We were invited to undertake a review of the insulation at Coonara House due to our membership of TESC. When we got there, we found a building which was severely under-insulated. We recommended 2 products to be installed in the office to improve the thermal efficiency. The first was a PIR board, which was attached to the rafters in the ceiling. The reflective surface on this side provided an air gap which reduces the radiated heat. The board itself reduces the reflected heat, and the white surface provides a much more effective lighting for the office. Wherever possible, Enviroflex use recycled products in their insulation. The second product that was recommended was rock wool into the walls. The existing weatherboard walls had no insulation at all. We were able to pump in a rock wool product. The product we pump in the wall has been treated with silicone, which eliminates any transfer of moisture from the outside surface to the plaster, and also eliminates any chance of mould. The combined effect of putting the board in the ceiling and the rock wool in the walls took the office from a 1-star rating to a 4-star rating building.
It's time to talk about one of the greatest enemies of an energy efficient building, These sneaky little bandits hide in the corners, stealing your warm and cool air, just when you need it most. I'm talking about gaps. Gaps and cracks can add as much as 25% to your heating and cooling energy bill. That's absolutely huge. Luckily, it's both cheap and easy to track these nasty drafts down and eliminate them. First off, take yourself gap hunting. Start out around the doors and the windows. When they're closed, can you see any gaps? Next, check out your skirting boards, floorboards and architraves. Then take a good look at your ceiling fans, downlights and other ceiling and wall fixtures. Once you've got a hit list of gaps, it's time to terminate them. Take photos of anything you're not sure about and head to the hardware store. So here's what you're looking for. If it's a gap at the bottom of a door, install a rubber or metal strip, or even buy a door snake. If you've got gaps around the outside of a window or a door frame, fill them with an adhesive weather strip or a bit of sealant. For architraves and skirting boards, you're going to need a gap filler, such as this one, either silicone or some expanding foam. If there's ventilation ducts, you can give those a pass, they're meant to be there. But if you're struggling to keep the temperature right, you might want to cover them up with a bit of cardboard and some sticky tape. If there's anything electrical involved, get an electrician to check it out before you start spreading gap sealer everywhere. Gap sealing is a quick, easy and super effective way to bring your energy costs down. Every draft is an opportunity to save yourself some cash, so head to the website for more gap sealing ideas and get into those gaps.
There's so many ways to be green. I've been hearing so much about it. I want to be in on the scene. So tell me where it's happening. Just around the corner is where it's all happening. In a greenhouse around the corner, finding energy solutions. Just around the corner is where it's all happening.